Hi there, everybody. Good evening. Happy Monday. Welcome to your Monday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your trivia host this evening. Welcome to tonight's game. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all have had a nice weekend and happy Juneteenth, everyone. And to anyone out there who is a father, happy belated Father's Day. I hope it was fabulous. We're going to get into our quiz in just a couple of minutes here. If you're just joining, you can get your virtual answer sheet right here, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. This is a fully interactive virtual pub quiz. So that means when you come on over to this website, you will be able to see this video stream embedded directly on the page. You also are going to be able to see the trivia questions throughout the game, as well as standings reports as we go. And there is a chat here as part of the game as well. We welcome you. Come on over, play with us this evening. When you get to the website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, you'll notice we're looking for a few sign-up details from you. This includes a team name, an email address, then there's a drop-down menu in which you can let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Whether you are an extremely committed player playing with us twice a week right here, Mondays and Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, or if you're checking out the quiz for the first time ever this evening, or you fall anywhere in between those two extremes, we welcome you to play with us here tonight. All are welcome. Get that sign-up sheet filled out. Click that button that says Join Game. As it stands right now, we've got 19 teams signed up and ready to go. This evening, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Each round is going to have 10 questions in it. Each question is worth 1 point. Rounds 1 through 3 are all question and answer rounds. And round number 4, the final round of the quiz, it's a picture round, everyone. For rounds 1, 2, and 3, these question and answer rounds, here's how the game is going to flow. I'm going to ask you a question out loud. As I ask it, it is going to pop up directly on your answer sheet. So you will be able to see the question that I have asked. Some of those questions may be short answer, which is going to be the majority of them here this evening. It's possible that they could be multiple choice as well. If it's a short answer question, type or tap in your response. If it's multiple choice, tap on the option you think is correct, and then click the button that says Submit Answers. There is a 20-second countdown timer that is going to accompany every single question here this evening. So make sure you keep a close eye on the countdown timer and that you click the button that says Submit Answers before the countdown timer expires. For the short answer questions, in the event that you spell anything incorrectly, I don't want you to worry about that too much. We do have the wonderful Trivia Peter, my husband, working behind the scenes here tonight, making sure that if you get something right, you get the points you deserve. Thank you, Peter, for your hard work over there. We appreciate you. So if you spell something wrong, don't worry. All right. We're going to get into our first round momentarily here. You can get that virtual answer sheet once again at this website. That is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Fill out those sign-up details. Click that button that says Join Game. We do have 2 rules for the quiz here this evening. They are intuitive rules that I think you would figure out all on your own. I don't know. Words are hard today, everybody. We're going to see what happens. All on your own. The first rule, please don't cheat at the quiz. Do not look things up. We are not here to find out how good you are at Googling things. I am much more interested in finding out what kind of knowledge you have retained in your lifetime. So test yourself tonight. Play fairly. Keep it fun for yourself, first and foremost, and for everyone else. Keep it fair. Rule number 2, please do not give away the answers in the chat. Don't give away those answers. That's really it. That's all we ask of you. Come on over, everybody. If you don't have your answer sheet just yet, this is where you can get it: quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Fill out that sign up information. Click that button that says join game. You will be joining a list of 29 teams here this evening. From our earliest arrival here today, they often are the earliest, very prompt, the Helsinki Syndrome, to the most recent team to sign up. We have the Rubber Yolks and every team in between. I welcome you to the game and I wish you good luck tonight. Let's do it. Our first category of the evening. Here we go. That's handy. Handy, your keyword for round number one. Round one. Question one. J.P. Pruitt, played by David Duchovny, is the name of the world's greatest hand model in what 2001 comedy film? Name that movie.
Always keep your heart locked in. Don't let your mind read that. Just going to take it to your hand.
The world's greatest hand model in a movie all about models. It's Zoolander. Zoolander is your correct answer. I believe he's a retired hand model and he keeps his hand in a glass case. It's very important sequence in that film. Our second question of the night in our handy themed round. This company, with the slogan "More Than You Expect," is known for its healing hand cream, body lotion, and foot powder. It also has an ultimate line for more severe cases. Name that brand. Really keeping your expectations low, offering more than you expect. So that's good. That correct answer there, it's Gold Bond. Gold Bond makes all of those products, and it's more than you expected. Our third question of round number one. This type of injury occurs when the median nerve, which runs from the forearm to the palm of the hand, becomes pressed or squeezed at the wrist. It commonly affects people who repetitively do the same motions with their wrists, such as typing or playing piano. What is the name of that injury? The median nerve gets pressed or squeezed, leading to the development of carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel, your correct response for number three. I do like the way carpal tunnel sounds as an injury. It's a good name. Our fourth question of round one. Speaking of pianos, on today's standard piano, as established in the 1880s by Steinway, how many keys does a pianist have to move their hands across in order to make it all the way from the bottom to the top of the instrument?
take a picture you could never recreate, like a song, making up for the love that sits inside your throat. Change your life, change the scene, change it all. Can't change what we
I've been informed in the chat, everybody, that every single one of you knew that carpal tunnel was the answer to that last one. Maybe some of you out there suffering from the injury. It's a social, everyone. We've got a social on our hands. An answer for you for number 4, a standard piano by today's standards has 88 keys. 88, your correct response for question number 4. On to our 5th question of round number 1. Mr. Hand is the name of the history teacher who makes stoner Jeff Spicoli's school life a challenge in what 1982 movie? Mr. Hand made life really difficult for Jeff Spicoli, who, of course, was played by Sean Penn in the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There's your answer for number 5, Fast Times. Our 6th question of round 1. Individuals such as Sir William Herschel, Sir Francis Galton, and Kazi Aziz Hack are all widely considered the fathers of this science, which helps identify and classify a unique human feature. Those are the fathers of fingerprinting. Fingerprinting is your correct response for number 6. Our 7th question in round number 1. 2 hands holding an apple are pictured on the cover of what number 1 New York Times best-selling romance novel published in 2005? Not sure what this image has to do with the novel. Maybe it's like the forbidden fruit. Don't think it pops up in the story anywhere, though it's been a minute since I read this book. 2005, in fact. It looks a little something like this. It is Twilight. Twilight, your correct response for number 7. For a little extra trivial knowledge, let us know in the chat if you know who recreated that moment in the movie Twilight. Who did that? Who recreated that apple holding moment. Oh, look at that. Desmond is eating an apple out there. How perfect. Hi, Desmond. I hope you're doing well. Okay, our next question, number 8. The bones in a human hand are the carpals, the metacarpals, and 14 of what finger bones? No one took the bait for my Twilight question, so I'm just going to tell you all. Maybe you know already that in the first Twilight movie, there's a cameo from author Stephanie Meyer, and she catches an apple, much like the cover of the book. Number 8 here, the finger bones are called phalanges. Phalanges is your answer, as in Regina Phalange. Number 9, Handy Manny is a Disney animated children's show that first aired in 2006. The main character, Manny, is voiced by That 70s Show actor who also dated Demi Lovato for almost 6 years. Name that actor. Playing Handy Manny, it is Wilmer Valderrama, your correct response for number 9. We are on to our final question of round number 1, our That's Handy themed round. Here we go, number 10. This has a one small typo I want to point out, including the thumb. Remove that S. You only have one thumb on a hand. How many digits does Mickey Mouse have on one hand? One hand. Like many other cartoon characters, Mickey Mouse set this precedent, though. Mickey has 4 fingers, including the thumb. 4 is your correct response. Hands, they're so difficult to draw. Just get rid of one of the digits. It's going to make life easier for you. 88% of you coming in with a correct answer for that Mickey Mouse question, which brings us to the end of our first round. Let's check in with our standings. As things go at the moment, we've got a big tie here for first place. A bunch of teams have yet to miss a single question. 10 out of a possible 10 points. We have Team Cockroach to the new batch. You just got gravied. We drink and we know things 17, 0, 12, 22, and 69. The blue shells, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Team Cockroach and the Helsinki Syndrome. All right, Very well played in round number one to those teams. So many of you right at their heels. It's still anybody's game here. Our second round coming at you momentarily. We do private events with NYC Trivia League. And if you're looking for something to do for your next gathering, be it in person or virtual, a personal gathering like a birthday party or a corporate gathering for your office, we'd love to be a part of it. Keep us in mind. We have all kinds of games to offer, and we are here to customize things specifically to your interests. Shoot me an email, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com, and we'll figure out the best solution just for you. Let's get into our second round this evening. We're talking about speech. Speech is your theme for round two. We've got references to famous speeches throughout history, throughout pop culture. Let's do it. Round two, question one. Please finish this line to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. Here's the line. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their blank. Fill in that blank. By the content of their character is your correct response for number one. Our second question in round two. In 2001, Halle Berry became the first Black woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress for what movie? And in an emotional speech, she marveled, "This moment is so much bigger than me." Name that movie.
Well, there's no need to be nervous. I'm not dangerous anymore. Yeah, I cleaned up and found Jesus, and he's waiting at the door.
Halle Berry won an Academy Award not for Moonfall, but for Monsters Ball is your correct answer for number two. Our third question of round two. Lorraine Hansberry gave a speech entitled The Black Revolution and the White Backlash at Town Hall in New York City in 1964. She was the first Black woman playwright to have a play produced on Broadway with a production of which of her works? Name that play.
When you break it down, the two of us are really just the same. I'm born again. Get born, get born, get born again. Get born, get born, get born again. I died inside like my friend. Get born, get born, get born, get born.
That play by Lorraine Hansberry. It is A Raisin in the Sun. Your correct response for number three. On to our fourth question of round number two. Giving a speech in which he said, "It's not lost on me that the Harlem Cultural Festival is something that my beautiful mother and my dad should have taken me to when I was 5 years old." Amir Questlove Thompson won an Academy Award in 2022 for what movie? Name that movie.
I saw a cigarette contend. It was the smell of death that kept strolling in. And he had headed back to the yard that held me back from keeping score. There goes that going boys, with the big lost leaves and moving
Questlove won for directing the documentary called Summer of Soul, When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised, or simply Summer of Soul, an acceptable response for number 4. Our fifth question of this round. And you know what? Looking at your responses here, I'm going to go ahead and say, with 94% of you getting that right, we're calling it a social, everybody. You did it. Well done. You all know Summer of Soul. I wonder if all of you have seen Summer of Soul. Probably not yet, but I hope you have the opportunity to check it out. Our fifth question of this round. During the Rivonia treason trial, who said, "A democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities is an idea for which I am prepared to die"? Name that person. An answer for you for number 5, the person who made that almost, I believe, 2-hour long speech. It is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, your correct response for number 5. Our sixth question in round 2. What 4-word refrain is most closely associated with an extemporaneous speech given by Sojourner Truth at an 1851 women's convention in Ohio? Name that 4-word refrain. That 4-word refrain or 4-word question, you may say, it's "Ain't I a Woman?" Ain't I a Woman? Our seventh question of round number 2. Known for playing Finn in the Star Wars films, what actor spoke out about injustice at a Black Lives Matter protest in London in 2020? In just 2020, not 2022, as I wanted to say, 2020. Really got short shrift in the later Star Wars movies. It's John Boyega. John Boyega, your correct response for number 7. I hope he has an excellent career because I think he's extremely charismatic. I'm a fan. Question 8. The second poet in history and the first to be a Black woman who recited their poem on the Bridge of the Morning at the 1993 U.S. presidential inauguration. On the Pulse of the Morning, a poem recited by and written by Maya Angelou is your correct response for number 8. Question number 9. What character's final line in the movie Black Panther is "Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage"? Name that character. That character who has that line in the movie, it's Eric Killmonger. Killmonger, your correct response for number 9, which brings us to our final question of round number 2. Leading up to Lyndon Johnson's re-election campaign, Malcolm X reached out to moderate civil rights leaders with a speech in Detroit with the alliterative title, "The Blank or the Bullet." Fill in that blank. That speech was called "The Bullet or the Ballot or the Bullet," rather. We got ballot as your correct answer for number 10. 88% of you got that one correct. Either you figured it out or you are familiar with that Malcolm X speech. That wraps up our second round of the quiz. Let's check in with our standings. 2 rounds into the game and 2 rounds to go. Things have changed, everybody. Right now, we've got a tie for second place between a whole bunch of teams who have 19 out of a possible 20 points. Team Cockroach 2, the new batch. I be doing trivia. We drink and we know things. 17, 0, 12, 22, and 69. The Blue Shells, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Pieced it together. And Team Cockroach pulling into the lead after round number 2. The only team to hold on to their perfect score at 20 for 20. It's the Helsinki Syndrome, everyone. Well played, the Helsinki Syndrome. I missed it. I want to know, what was the question that everyone missed except for you? I wish I had noticed the moment that it happened. Let me know in the chat. Very curious. We're going to dive right on in to our third round of tonight's quiz, which we're talking about hobbies. Getting a hobby. Come on, everyone, get a hobby. Maybe playing trivia is your hobby. I sure hope it is. Here we go. Our first question in our hobbies themed round. Satoshi Tajiri was obsessed with collecting and trading insects as a kid, a hobby which directly influenced his creation of what video game franchise in 1996? Helsinki also not totally sure what it is that your major moment was here tonight that put you in the lead. You know, maybe Peter knows. If not, we'll just continue to wonder. But I have an answer for you for number 1. It's Pokemon. Pokemon is your correct response for question number 1. Question number 2 in our hobbies themed round. If you take up hiking as a hobby, you may want to check out the trails of Mount Washington, the highest peak in the northeastern United States that can be found in the White Mountains of what state? Name that state. I see. Okay, we drink and we know things, Miss Nelson Mandela. Maybe that's the one that got everybody there. An answer for you for number two: Mount Washington can be found in the White Mountains in New Hampshire, is your correct response for number two. Our third question of round three: what does a numismatist collect? A boy named Sue, keeping such a close eye on what's happening with the scores. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being the eyes out there. Saying that a bunch of people missed the "Ain't I a Woman" question in the last round as well. Whichever it was, everyone tripped. But looking at the scores right now, it looks as though things have evened up. Helsinki slipped, and now no one has a perfect score at the moment. A numismatist collects coins or money or currency, is your correct response for number three. If you're curious, philatelist is a stamp collector. If you thought it was stamps, numismatist, coins. Question four: what former NBA player nicknamed the Big Fundamental, who played the entirety of his 19-year career with the San Antonio Spurs, has a slew of hobbies, including playing Dungeons and Dragons, fantasy video games, and going to Renaissance fairs? Name that NBA player.
Going 38, Dan, chill the fuck out. Mow your damn lawn and sit the hell down.
Do you hear a muffled barking in the background? Or maybe a very loud barking? Our neighbor is walking through the hallway right now, and Dante is very excited about it. An answer for you for number four, known as the Big Fundamental. That former NBA player is Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is your correct answer for number four. Our fifth question in round number three. This hairy sounding activity involves perusing the shoreline in search of curiosities and valuables. Name that hairy sounding activity. That hairy sounding activity is beach combing. Beachcombing, your correct response for number 5. Our sixth question in our hobbies round. In an effort to distance themselves from the literary creator of the sport, the Real Life Athletic Association for what sport is considering a rebrand under the names Quickball, Quid Strike, or Quadraball? Name that sport. Holding on to the signature cue that starts the name of the sport. It's Quidditch. Quidditch is your correct answer. One of the writers on our writing team plays Quidditch, and she's on a team. And she said that her favorite name is Quadraball. So hopefully that one is the one that wins. She likes it because there are 4 balls in the game. It makes sense. Make it happen. Quadraball. Question number 7. What is the last name of the British physician whose amateur lexicography got him to publish the Thesaurus of English Words and Phrases in 1852? Name that person. He really liked words. He created the thesaurus that we still use today. It's Roget. Roget is your correct answer. Peter Mark Roget, if you have some real deep knowledge there. Our 8th question of round number 3. Beyonce fans have what extremely appropriate nickname as the singer is an amateur apiarist? Beyonce keeps bees. She actually has some honey that comes from some bees that she keeps, and her fans are known as the Beehive, or BEY Hive, or BEE Hive. Well, we're going to give you that point, however you spelled it. 2 more questions of this round. Number 9. Sourdough was one of the most searched for food related terms in 2020, in part because the most popular bread to in part it became the most popular bread to make because it often uses starter instead of what baking item, of which there was a shortage. Name that baking item. Hi. In order to get a starter going in the first place, it does require this element. But maybe you got some starter from a friend who already had it going. 100-year-old starter, perhaps. It's yeast. Yeast is that element that was in shortage. Really, there are shortages of everything. Flour. I remember we couldn't find flour anywhere. It was a real conundrum. Our final question of round number 3. This aquatic crafting term has come to be slang for a useless or absurd college course. Did anyone else take this course in college? It's called underwater basket weaving. There's your answer for number 10, underwater basket weaving. That wraps up our third round of tonight's quiz. We've got one more round to close us out, which of course is the picture round. Before we get there, let's quick check in with our standings. Things have changed yet again. We've got a tie here for 8th place, 28 points each. You just got gravied. J&J pieced it together, and the Helsinki syndrome, and tied in first place right now with 29 points each. We Drink and We Know Things 17, 0, 12, 22, and 69, as well as the Blue Shells, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It is an incredibly close game here. It all comes down to our final round tonight. Before we get there, I draw your attention to these here tipping widgets, which you can find down at the bottom of your answer sheet tonight. Scroll down underneath the names of the teams. Help us out this evening. Show us that you appreciate what we're doing and you want to see this quiz continue. I know we sure want to keep it going. And if you feel the same way, show us by donating a little something here tonight, be it on Venmo or clicking on that credit card link. Very much appreciate all of your help and support over these past 2+ years. Let's do it, everybody. Our fourth and final round of the night. Here it is. The category is based on a book. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of movies or TV shows that are based on a book. It is your job to name the movie or TV show based on the image. Okay, let's do it. At the end of this round, there is a tiebreaker question to close out the game. I will be displaying the images next to me as part of the stream. They also are going to pop up directly on your answer sheet. Here we go. Image number 1. Name this movie or TV show that is based on a book. An answer for you all for image number 1. This movie is To Kill a Mockingbird, your correct response for image one. Our second image of the round. Name this movie or TV show based on a book. An answer for number two. This TV show is Killing Eve. Your correct answer. Our third image of this round. Name this movie or TV show that is based on a book. This movie starring Keira Knightley, James McAvoy, and Saoirse Ronan. It's Atonement. Atonement is your answer. Our fourth image of the round. Please name this movie or TV show based on a book. Based on a book by Lindy West, this TV show is called Shrill. Shrill is your correct response. On to our fifth image of the picture round. Please name this movie or TV show that is based on a book. This is a still from the Steven Spielberg movie. The color purple is your correct response for number six. Pardon me, number five. Here's number six. Name this movie or TV show that's based on a book. This TV series is Boardwalk Empire. Your correct response. Image number 7. Name this movie or TV show that's based on a book. This TV series, no, it's not Big Little Lies, but rather Pretty Little Liars is your correct answer for number 7. Our 8th image of this round. Here it is. Name this movie or TV show that's based on a book. This movie, starring Emma Thompson and Anthony Hopkins, is Remains of the Day. 2 more images in this round. Then we have a tiebreaker question to close out the game. Here is image number 9. Name this movie or TV show based on a book. An answer for you all for image number 9. This movie, with that wicked smile from Emily Blunt there, it is The Devil Wears Prada. A boy named Sue calling it over there. That's right, everyone. You have been Tucci'd. It happened tonight. He, of course, also stars in The Devil Wears Prada. If you want to get Tucci'd again, it's going to happen maybe on Wednesday, maybe next week for one of our quizzes. We hope you'll join us for our next quiz coming up on Wednesday. And absolutely, Trivia Man, a real buzzer beater of a Tucci here tonight, almost to our final image of the night. And then that tiebreaker question. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal in placing your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as possible to the correct number. So that means you can guess over or under the number in the event that you're part of a tie. Whoever is closest is going to break that tie. Here's our final image, then we'll get to that tiebreaker. Name this movie or TV show based on a book. answer for you all for image number 10. This TV show is called You. You is your correct answer for number 10. That brings us to our final question of the evening. Here we go, that tiebreaker question. Give us your best guess. Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird came out in 1960 and was published by J.B. Lippincott and Co. And it was how many pages long? How many pages did that original edition of To Kill a Mockingbird have? Peter, you are absolutely right. I never said out loud what my hint of the night was, which it happened to have been Summer of Soul in our second round this evening. That one was my hint. Follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith. If you don't already, I give away a hint every time we bring you this game, which is Mondays at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, as well as Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So our next quiz coming up just 2 days from now. And we hope very much that you'll join us then. I will have a couple of updates about our upcoming calendar with the 4th of July around the corner. We are going to take a little pause for just a show or two. In addition to that, I'll let you know officially when our virtual King's Cup is going to take place. So make sure you're here on Wednesday or next Monday for that matter, and I'll fill you in on all those specifics. An answer for you all to this To Kill a Mockingbird question. It was made up of 281 pages. 281 is your answer. In the event that you were part of a tie here this evening and your team ended up in the top 20-ish teams here this evening, I will post the results on our Instagram as soon as we're able to do so. And we will let you know what happened with the tiebreakers here tonight. Thank you all so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed this evening's quiz. I do have some final scores to check out for you all tonight. Here we go. As always, we've got some ties that we're looking at. At the end of the game, we have a tie for 22nd place with 28 points each. This is an excellent team name. It's a new one to me. Does this smell like chloroform? Also with 28 points, the Question Marks and Smartini Police. Tied in 20th with 30 points, Avis and Bobo and Jackie Daytona. Tied in 18th with 32, Boys Who Read and Swearwolves. Finishing in 17th tonight with 33 points, Quit Your Whining. Tied for 14th with 35, the Rubber Yolks. And Team Cockroach 2, the New Batch, as well as Team Cockroach. Finishing in 12th place tonight, with 36 points. I Be Doing Trivia and McClunky. Tied in 9th tonight with 37 points. You just got gravied, J&J and the Helsinki Syndrome. Tied in 7th place with 38 points. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and pieced it together. And we've got a huge tie here for first place this evening. It was really back and forth throughout the night. But as things turned out, this tie for first, 39 points, is between the Blue Shells. We Drink and We Know Things 17. We Drink and We Know Things 0. We Drink and We Know Things 12. We Drink and We Know Things 22. And We Drink and We Know Things 69. Impressive scores. They only missed one throughout the entire evening. Very well played. We'll find out who our true winners are based on that tiebreaker and let you know on our Instagram as soon as we're able. Once again, reminder everyone, donate. Keep this quiz going if you're able. Those donation links directly on your page or head to Venmo. Our handle is @PlayNYC. Thank you so much for playing with us here this evening. Thank you, Peter, for keeping things running nice and smoothly behind the scenes this evening. Thank you, Cullen, for making this game possible. Thank you, Mur, for creating the software that you all played the quiz on this evening. And most of all, thank you, teams, for being here. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. This is Dante. We'll be back on Wednesday. Until then, be well, everybody. And once again, a very happy Juneteenth to you all.